Now, hello everybody, my name is Christian and welcome back to Skycast. Now, I'm still sick, so I do apologize on the upload delay again, but we have had multiple days of severe weather, multiple tornadoes, things like that, and now we're in kind of a little bit of a calming period, so let's go ahead and get into what we're expecting. And so over the past few days, we have a ton of reports spanning anywhere from over here towards the portions of Pennsylvania, Virginia, all the way over here towards the Dakotas and Iowa. We did have a good amount of tornadoes. You can see EF0 rated by this tornado over here towards Sioux City. We did have confirmed tornado emergency manager. Fort Dodge, there was also some tornadoes by train spotters over here. But this area is not the only area that's seen tornadoes. There were a couple other tornadoes that were confirmed over here, but we do not have the report for them. As well as that, yesterday we had a good amount of confirmed tornadoes in this area. It was actually very overperforming for the 5% that we had. Down here towards Kentucky, we have wind speeds reported. This was last night from almost 63 miles an hour for the storms that moved through the area. And they were mainly tornado producing back towards this area, but we did have a good amount of early morning convection that was down here. Kind of moved through the area and kind of died it down when it was moving in this area. And this storm is moving off to the east now. Now, for the most part, it has died off for a good amount. You can see just the amount of rainfall that it has left behind. It's barely anything. But we do have an area down here towards North South Carolina, a 5% of a watch issuance, but we do have a possibility for some severe thunderstorms in this area of like Fayetteville, Charleston, Myrtle Beach. And this could just be not really tornadic or anything like that, but a possibility for, that 1-inch hail at 60-mile-per-hour wind. Now, the National Weather Service has confirmed some of these storms anywhere from portions of Alabama, Mississippi, up into the Virginias. And this is just, once again, going to be none of that tornado potential really here, but just that 5% wind, that 5% hail. And kind of what we're seeing here with these storms is kind of like a calming period for the most part. Here we are on day 2, once again, just that marginal risk through Texas, portions of the Mississippi Valley, again, towards like Georgia, South Carolina, Alabama. Tornado potential non-existent, once again, that main threat's just going to be that 5% wind and the Texas threat for 5% hail. Next Friday, though, is when things start becoming to get interesting. We do have a 15% of severe weather depicted through portions of Texas, Oklahoma, kind of the panhandle there, and through portions of Kansas. As of now, we're not really know what the threat is. All hazard does look possible. Surface high pressure is forecasted to move across the southeast on Monday and Tuesday for the day 4, day 5. Into day 6 through day 8, though, where we do have that risk, you want to read this. You can pause the video to do that if you like. Through that day 4, day 5 area, as a result, a dry and cool air mass is expected to limit mainly the severe potential, which is why we're seeing a possibility for that, for the most part, calming period. Now, here on the Pivotal Weather model, you can see the storms that popped through last night. And eventually, those are diminishing and kind of moving through that little area of warning zone that we're seeing down here. Toward the overnight hours, though, into tomorrow, we should see that probability for storms move through the Texas area. Through that marginal risk that we're seeing, and eventually that'll move off to Florida and move out. But for the most part, we do have a possibility, see these showers up here towards the northern states and all that. But for the most part, it is remaining calm for most of the United States here. And after that moves off is when we're going to start seeing that tornado potential. The severe storms start kind of firing up towards the 25th to 26th. You can see some of these storms. These could be severe, a little too far out to tell, but that main concern is going to be those storms that are popping up down here in Oklahoma, Texas. Eventually that'll turn into a squall line and hopefully will die down before moving off to the East Coast. But another area back here towards Oklahoma, Arkansas is firing off. Could bring somewhat of a severe storm mode towards portions of the Ohio Valley towards the 28th, 29th, even into the 30th. And on the shear model, we do have a lot of that shear possible from what it's saying for there to be somewhat of a severe mode through this area. Now, keep in mind, this is extremely far out still, so this could always downtrend and turn into nothing. But we're going to continue to monitor just to see if this does wind up going severe or not. But besides that, that's all I have really for you guys today. Make sure to enjoy this little kind of calming period area before we do wind up getting into more severe activity. May and June looking like it could be somewhat of a bigger style severe weather month for the most part, where we're kind of seeing it remain calm over the past few months in tornado season. So we'll continue to monitor that, see what it does. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching Skycast.